Let's bring our next speaker, Sanjay Lazar, and let's hear his story of influence. Please welcome Sanjay Lazar.
Let me just put my camera on. Good evening, everybody. I'll keep it brief because we're very short on time. To other countries, I may go as a tourist, but to India, I come as a pilgrim. You must be the change that you wish to see in the world. These are famous words by two very famous men of our times who led the destiny of two of the greatest democracies on earth, India and the USA. I'm talking about Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi. How fortunate we are as Indians to be born in this nation of pilgrims. Good evening. I am Sanjay Lazar, and rather than speak about myself or my journey, I'd like to speak about the legacy that I bring. I'm proud to be the great grandson of Dr. Kurushinkal Burley Jacob, a freedom fighter and the first Indian mayor of Fort Cochin and Fort Cochin municipality, a path breaking leading light in India's freedom struggle in pre independence India, jailed numerous times but kept fighting the British and the others. I'm also proud to be the son of Sampath Lazar, my father, a prominent trade union leader who also participated in the emergency in 77, gave his life in the service of our nation at the hands of a terrorist bombing. I was still a kid then. Who am I? I'm nobody. I pale into insignificance, when I compare, when I look at the paths of the two great legends I've mentioned, quoted at the beginning, and the lineage that I come from. I'm absolutely, a minuscule person. I'm an author, a lawyer, a union leader, and a leadership coach. I've written a best-selling novel which is based on my life and the tragedies that befell my life. But we're here to talk about my vision of India and what we see going forward. My core beliefs are that incandescent India is inextinguishable. I'll repeat that line. Incandescent India is inextinguishable. It means the light that burns within each one of us is a light that can never be dulled or dimmed. India shines today because of its soul, because of the core of the people and their pride in our motherland. I grew up in an India in the 70s and 80s, where we were almost shy to call ourselves Indians. I'm from a senior generation. So we were shy to call ourselves Indians abroad. We were shy of our nation's shortcomings. We had droughts, we had no rice, we had no food, we faced famines, we had wars, but we withstood as a nation, as a small, developing, underdeveloped country. Many of you today would not even know that. Today, I'm proud to be part of an India that is burning with this incandescent power of nationalism, of self effort, of pride, of nationalistic service. It is an India that has rediscovered her roots, whether it has come from the revival of great Indian culture from the Vedas or whether it's the saffron nationalism. India is a rampant power on the loose and is heading for great international leadership on the world stage. Our economy is booming. Our people prosper here and abroad. But at the heart of it all, we must all be the change that we want to see in the world, that we want to see in our country. Remember Gandhi's words. I was really blessed whilst growing up and working to have worked at the feet of three or four great Indian leaders like Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, Advani ji, Balasaheb Thackeray ji, J.R.D. Tata, and others. I was fortunate to have done social service in the wilderness in rural India as a 20, 21-year-old to educate people in Naxal areas to teach them English in tribal Maharashtra. I want to reach out to all of you. And it's not that I didn't have the creature comforts. I flew for an airline for 37 years. I visited more than 100 countries. I've seen the world in all its splendor. But to go back to Vidarbha or to Satara, Sangli, various rural areas to teach people takes courage and it takes determination. So I want all of us to rededicate ourselves to the nation, its growth, its development. Set aside 10% of your time and your earnings towards social service to uplift our brethren. As we uplift our nation together, if each one of us did that, trust me, India would be at the forefront of the developed world within the next 50 years. I pray that I'm alive to see that miracle and to be the change that you want and I want to see in our world and our India. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your powerful message, Sanjay. More power to you. Let's give Sanjay a big round of applause. Thank you.